Hi people, welcome to Chess 24/7 and you are encountering this week's stream for Saturday. Let's play at 10:00. Okay, let's go for knight f3. Keeping things open and flexible for white. And I'm going to play this knight. Yeah, there we go. And let's c3, hitting the knight. Take with my queen. And now launch some pawn attack on the king side. I can start with g4 as well, but he can play e5 to prevent g4. h3, g4 is still coming. I can also play rook d1. So he wants to put pressure here, but I guess my attack will be stronger. I'm threatening to play g5 here. Knight e, yeah, then I'll go here. So now if I play queen g3, bishop e6, queen h5, pawn push. Yeah, I want to generate some sort of weaknesses, but now this is a little scary. Queen d3, queen d1. Okay. Now there's a double attack on the queen, so the queen has to take it. The queen is still under attack, and now there are dark square weaknesses around my opponent's king, and I have a bishop to take advantage of that. Next move is bishop h6, queen f6. Okay, bishop h6 was, I mean, it might be a little too early, but I had to develop my last piece. Okay, I'm already up by a piece, plus I'm up on time, so I can take some time to think here. I want to play e5 at some point of time, but I can also think about playing one sec. Okay, yeah, I can also, let me see, what's the issue with the music? Okay, yeah, nothing. I can also play queen e3, threatening queen g5, bishop g5, sorry, but he can still play f6, and then I can go for e5. Yeah, but what about queen f4? I'm not sure. I'm thinking about queen e3 or queen f4. I'll still play queen e4 here, because the idea is, in some cases, could be to go for a rook left and not vacant the square. Plus The idea was also to take care of h4 as well. And now I can, yeah, so now I can go for an exchange here, or yeah, let's go for an exchange here. I'm up by a full piece, but I need to take care of this rook. So as long as I can keep exchanging pieces, I'll be doing good. And if he plays f6, he will be further weakening the position here. Okay. I can go for rook e3. And play rook h3. I guess rook e3, I'll play rook e3 with the intention of playing bishop h3 as well. But what can he play? He can drop his rook to d2, but I am not really sure. Not really sure if rook d2 will be a good move, because the rook will be x-rayed by my queen and my bishop. f6. What about queen h4, invoking some further weaknesses, and then you can play g5, kind of trap my bishop, right? g5 will still come. And they'll try to trap my bishop. g5, takes, check. I can go for something, because then my rook can also come and join the attack. So g5, I'm ready to capture. I think I wasn't making a lot of good moves in this particular game lately. I think with g5 my bishop kind of looks trapped. I'll try to, I think there were some better moves which I didn't see. But if g5, I can play bishop h3. Yeah, I can play bishop h3 now. But should I? I think my pawn is hit right now. Bishop h3 looks good, because this diagonal is weak. f5 takes, and f5 would not be played here. Plus now I can also think about giving some discoveries to the rook here. So my next move invariably will be, I guess, or the idea is to kind of put pressure on this weakened diagonal and the weakened king. Now g5 is a threat. Yeah, I'll play rook. So I can play rook d3, threatening rook d7, winning the bishop, but he can take takes and then play g5. I can let's see. If g5, I'll be kind of forced to capture the pawn on g5 with my bishop, but I can take the pawn as well. And now g5 can be played. What if g5? I can play. I can play bishop. I can play bishop f5 here. But then queen h5. Bishop f5, queen h5. I can give a check here. So if rook e8 to defend e6, queen h3. Now I'm still making it difficult for black to capture the to trap the bishop, and now I can think of playing something like king h2, king g1 as well in some cases, and bringing my rook to h1, because there's pressure on the king side of my opponent. But I guess I didn't really make a lot of good moves. Or maybe rook d1. I can make a threat of putting my rook here first, threatening rook d8. Let's see how black defends that. I guess this should be okay. But what about rook d7 now? And what about yeah, I think this is the best move. I guess I didn't really think here. I'm winning the queen here. Good game. Let's see where I went wrong in the game. Let me just first of all check if the music in the background is not overwhelming or is not let me just see. Yeah, it's too much. So let me just reduce the volume. Yeah, I think this should work fine now. Let me just see. Yeah, it's too much. Hi Chinmay, what's up? Hi Leslie. Yeah, I decided to add music as well. I mean, you guys, what do you think? Is the music too loud? Because I believe uh, it was kind of undershadowing my voice. Yeah, I think this should. Hi Chinmay, what's up? Hi, Leslie. Yeah, I decided to add music as well. I mean, you guys, what? I think this sounds good. Okay, let's go to the game here. And I think black should have played e5 here. Yeah, to prevent any direct pawn attacks threatening bishop g4 as well. I mean, there's no point of playing b5 because anyhow my attack is coming here. But computer says over here I should play e5. I'm not convinced with e5 because knight can come to d5 and this is a good knight. The computer is suggesting me to play on the queen side. Okay. And this was intentional to provoke g6. Yeah, so I did see bishop knight d3, but then I thought of knight d3 I'll play rook e3 because this rook left is something I had. I mean, this is a common theme in King's Indian attack. So yeah, knight d3 rook e3 was something I had expected. I don't see any point of sacrificing here. I think after this I made a lot of unnatural moves, or if not unnatural, I would say they were not. Uh, I wasn't convinced if those were the right moves or not. So at this point, White suggests the computer says to play Queen D3. What's wrong with? Yeah, I take check, takes, and yeah, what's wrong with this? I think all in all, it was a good game. I was lucky to survive this game, to be honest, I believe. One sec, let me just make certain changes. L- okay, let's play one more 10-0. E4, go for d6, poke defense, knight f6. Okay, so the idea is to play queen d2 or queen c1. I still like queen d2. Okay, so he wants to start an attack on the king side without castling. And now knight g4, knight g5 is a good idea, I believe. Yeah, knight g5 is a good idea, which he kind of ignored. Knight g5 takes. I can still capture it. I'll capture it with my g knight here because I'm winning a pawn. So why not grab it? But I will be, yeah. I think uh, and now I really don't understand what's the point of this. Uh, should I play this? Yeah. I was thinking about e5 as well, but this diagonal is weak now. I have to control. I have to control d4 so that d4 doesn't occur, but he can still play d4 anyhow. So let's just play. Let's play f5 with an idea of expanding on the king side. So he wants to go for some discoveries, but let's go for this. Now I can even think about playing a f4 at some point of time because I have e5. Okay. Push, bishop goes back. What do I achieve? I can also think of e4, opening up, takes, takes, queen takes and bishop, knight takes and bishop. Yeah. I think, yeah, let's open up the position here. Let's bring some tactics into picture if I can. What about this now? Because now I can take the b2 pawn and I'm hitting the knight now. Plus the rook is on the second rank. I can think about queen d3 as well. What about queen d3 now? Maybe rook takes, king takes. Yeah, I think that will give me some good chances. I can think about this check as well. Yeah, I guess this is winning. I can bring my, or maybe I need to bring my rook into action. I think this is game over for black or for white. Yeah, okay. I think e4, yeah. There was no point of playing h4 without castling. Plus you're losing a piece here. A pawn as in, not a piece, but and again taking on, you're just grabbing pawns. Okay. Let's play one more. Uh, 10-0. Let's go for knight f3. Oh, nice. I guess we are going to have a symmetrical position. Maybe I can have e5 now. There you go. Nice. d4. Knight f6. And I castle. Oh, okay. Bishop g4. Maybe f5 would be an idea. Okay. Okay. I guess now it's time to start bringing my pieces to king's side. And yeah. Now the idea is to play knight g3, knight h2, start pushing the pawns, and takes. I'll be happy if the exchange takes place, because then I'll just exchange off pieces. Got it. But what if I play knight g5? Knight g5 taking the bishop. Uh, I can win. Oh, I can't really win a pawn here, but what about g5? g5 or knight g5? I'm not sure. Also knight h4, but anyhow, I g5 f4 can also be an idea. Knight g5 looks good here, but the problem is knight g5, pawn takes g4, knight takes on e6, queen takes e6. Pawn takes back, but then my king side will be ruined. Obviously, I will not be. I'll still like to have some control on f5 because knight f5 otherwise would come. But I'm kind of. Let me see. I'm kind of inclined to knight g5. Knight g5, pawn takes, knight takes, queen takes. Pawn takes, and then this white becomes dangerous for me, but I'll be having a bishop pair advantage. Yeah, I'll take my chances with knight g5. Let's see. I think the music is not coming properly. Let me just close it. I guess from next time I'll just avoid playing music in my stream, because I don't know. Maybe I'll think of some other way to stream music, but definitely not through YouTube. I'm not sure how other YouTubers do that. I'm still learning. Hmm. So f4, I I was thinking about f4 right now, but the thing is, I really didn't know. I mean, I really didn't think about that. Where should I put my knight? I can play knight f1, knight h1, knight e2 also is an option. Knight f1, knight h2. I'll go for that. I can take as well. Takes, rook, takes. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. I'll take the bishop, and now I'll play knight f1. Right now f3 cannot be played. Knight h2 is coming, strengthening the f3 square. My bishop is right now dead. I got to do something about that. I'll still not play knight d2 because maybe if I have to develop, I'll develop my bishop on d2. uh, f3. Okay. Yeah, let's go for that. Hit the pawn. Yeah, and now I'll try to bring my rook to h1 and start pushing h4 maybe. Knight h4. I'll play my rook h1. Yeah. Still, my dark bishop is dead. If not dead, it's not contributing a lot. Is I hope my stream is going well. Yeah. Now what's the point of knight ce7, knight h4, and then oh, I got it. He wants to exchange here. I see. Rook h1, knight h4, king g1 takes, bishop takes. Got it. Hmm. Pawn h4, pawn takes. I mean, knight takes, pawn takes. What do I get? I really don't get a lot here, but rook h1, knight h4. I have to play a little fast. I'll just go with that now. And now I can even think about, if allowed, h4, knight takes, pawn takes, king h1, bishop f6, takes. Okay. Yeah, let's go for that. And now I can think about g5 as well. g5, bishop h5, kicking the knight, because my king side looks dead scary. I'll play b3 and then bishop a3 could be an idea. With these pawn h4 and f4, I'm lucky that the knight cannot jump in these critical squares. I have bishop g4 here. And now b3. So he wants to play f3 now. Let's see if he finds my idea of playing. There you go. He blocks everything now. Let's try to open up something. He'll take with the e pawn. Okay. Uh, Now play queen c2. Check. Like, yeah. I'll still let him come with the queen here. This looks scary, but I guess I can hold this. I hope I'm not wrong here. And now I'm having some good ideas along this diagonal. I think knight f4 would have been a better idea. My f got it. Now let's just, yeah, maybe play rook g4, take with my pawn. Yeah, rook. I mean, he had to. That was a good bishop there, and there's some attack going on here. My bad. Good game. Didn't see that one. I think it was a pretty interesting game. Let's see. I think I went wrong in the last. I didn't see f4 here. I think I was in control, I believe, up till this point. Maybe here then you can go for this, maybe taking on d3, queen takes, knight takes. I think the position is better for black here. Yes, queen is side space, I think. Let's play one more tenno. I'm not sure if people are watching us. No, they are not. Yeah, let's go for, you know what, let me just, I'm tired of playing king's Indian attack. Let me just go for something else. Let me go for c4 now. Let me play the English opening. Let's convert it to a queen pawn opening and develop my knight. I've seen people play h4 here. I'm going to go for that. I've seen a couple of grandmaster games where h4 is a common idea to start attacking the king side because of this overextended pawn. It's not overextended, but it gives me some ideas to play g5. I've even seen a couple of bullet games where g5 is still played. Anyhow, let's go for e4 now, or I'm not sure. Let's go for knight f3. Although e4 is also, I guess, not bad. There we go. Let's see. This clearly shows I might have to castle on the queen side if allowed. I think black would obviously not take on h5. Okay, now this gives me a beautiful center here. b5 would be an option now. Yeah, there we go. We have b5 here. Um, but I'm not afraid of b4 now, because I'm going to go for e5 here, and now I have a beautiful square for my knight on e4 if b4 ever comes into play. And these dark squares will then become a target of attack. And now knight d6 will be a terrific home for my knight, but knight f5, g4. Could be an idea. Knight f5, g4. You can castle, no issues with that, but I can now knight d6 looks interesting, knight f6 also looks interesting. But my opponent has queenside space as well. In the last game I was busy attacking the king side that I really didn't counter the queen side. So let's just go for b3 with the idea of bishop b2 at some point of time. But c5 would be played here to break the center. Let's take with the pawn. Now g4 can be played, but let me just first of all develop my bishop, because I'm really liking my bishop on a3 now, hitting the rook. And I like my bishop compared to my opponent's bishop, which is right now looking at a rock solid pawn formation. Queen a4. I can just play let's just, I'm not sure if b4 is the right move here, but I guess knight bd2 would have been better, but anyhow, I think because I have space I'm going to gain some more space. That's the idea here. If a5 ever comes into picture, which does not, my queen is getting under some pressure, I believe. Now knight d6 will be played if given a chance, but I also have a better move to provoke some weaknesses with knight g5. Now I want him to play h6 or h6. I think h6 looks better, but we have a5 here. Let's develop my queen with some checkmating ideas. Now the idea is to play, but then I can take on e6. No, I can't really, but I can play knight f6 check, and then queen takes, and it's forced. I believe there's no way the king can survive this. Yeah, let's play one more 10-0. d4 has been played. Let's go for knight f6. Okay, our opponent is playing a little fast. e4. No e4. Let's go for d6. Okay, now I rook e8, queen d2, or queen c1. Bishop f4, pawn push takes yeah, let me just go for rook e8. Now queen d2. Oh, that's fine. Queen d2 will be played, I guess. Queen d2, queen d2, queen c1 maybe, I'm not sure. Now c5 is a good home for my knight. Bishop takes, but should I still go for kingside attack? Yes, I should, because that's what the idea is in King's Indian defense. Yeah, I mean white can go for queenside expansion. Rook c1, a6 to prevent knight b5. So okay, so he still wants to go for a5. Let's just continue. And now here's the thing. Should I play knight f4 takes and then I can go for pawn push? Yeah, let's go for that. Now since the queen side has liquidated, my opponent, I am not sure if he has any advantage on the queen side. We both have a pawn on the a file. Although for me a6 is a weakness, but for him a4 is also a weakness at the moment. What exactly is he threatening? Okay, I can take on. So is a tactic. I mean, I can win a pawn here, that's for sure. But I'll be giving up my f4 knight. Knight takes e2. Knight takes e2. Knight takes e2. Knight takes e4. But bishop d3, and then what? Uh, Knight takes e4. Bishop takes f4. Knight takes e3, forcing, yeah. Queen takes, and then I take back. Yeah, I think this looks better. Let me just recalculate. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes Obviously if knight takes e4, knight takes e4, knight takes e2, check, and I'm winning a piece and I'm forking the rook as well. But knight takes e4, bishop takes f4, knight takes c3, threatening on e2 with check, queen takes, and then knight take on f4 with pawn attacking the queen. Yeah, I guess I hope I'm right with this move. Although my diagonal against my king does become weak, and there is no bishop e3 threat because I can just capture on, I mean there's no threat on bishop d on there's no threat with bishop d3 because knight takes d3. But there's an intermediate move, I believe. Takes, oh no, now if d3, then if bishop d3, then pawn push. So taking here with the queen is kind of forced, I believe. So I'm definitely winning a pawn here. I mean, I won a pawn here, if not anything else. Now we can play bishop d3 or queen d3, check. For that, I guess I'll play f5. Oh no, I'm not sure, I have to think. I think there were a lot of tactics available at this point of time. I think I'll definitely look into this using a computer. Now f5. f5. But even if I play f5 to play g4, eventually I have to move my king from h7. I guess I'll just bring my king back. Now knight e4 could be an option with eyes on f5. I mean knight e4 cannot be played as of now. Yeah, now it might be, that option is possible. Knight e4. What about, okay, let's play queen f6 with the idea of bishop f5. But then, okay, so I see what he's planning for. He's planning for queen bishop c2, setting up some. Bishop c2 is going to come into picture anytime, having some discoveries here. If f5, bishop c2, I mean knight e4. Yeah, I'll go for f5 to discourage bishop c2, because if bishop c2, then queen f6, keeping eye on f5. Now knight c6 could be a good move here. Knight e6 could be a good move here. If knight e6, I might even think of sacrificing my rook here. And I can also play a5 with the idea of bishop a6. Yeah, but I think knight e6 would have been better, challenging my bishop on dark square. What is it threatening? I can go for g5 as well. No, g5, I mean, obviously not at this point, but it's an idea to play g5, g4, my bad, at some point of time. But what is it threatening? Because this knight on c6 looks dangerous. I'll go with uh, a5 now. Mm-hmm. So the idea is to put some pressure on e6. And now knight uh, mm-hmm. Bishop takes rook, bishop takes my rook. What else? Queen a6 is also an idea here. um, I'll play rook e4 with idea of playing rook b4, or maybe doubling up my rooks as well. And what about rook b4 here? Rook rook b4, knight e7 check. No, rook b4 is not available at the moment. I didn't see the knight. uh, what after letting capture on e4? I have to play a little fast, I'm low on time. So mm-hmm. There goes my a5 pawn. Rook e7, bishop e5. My god, I'm going to lose on time. If I lose a 10-minute game on time, then I guess, I don't know, it's... Hmm. Is it even worth playing? I'm not sure. Good game. Mm, let's play 10 more. Or one more. 10-0. Okay. Let's go for... Now queen d2. Mm, let's see. Now that way I'll be losing my castling rights of fish. I guess. e6 could be played now. Damaging my pawn structures. Okay. h3, putting pressure on f5. Okay, that's interesting. G4. I'll bring my knight to E7. My opening hasn't been that good. Maybe let's just go for that. Knight H4. Bishop G3. I'll just nice. The only good advantage of taking on C7 was that I can get some open lines against my king. Uh, Against my opponent's king, my bad. Yeah. I think it's time I went for the queenside attack. I guess my opening went pathetic in this game, so I have to look back. So he does want to exchange bishops here. Queen a7, bishop, yeah, queen a7, and my rook is lost. My bad. Queen a7, I'll resign. Just don't play queen a7. Thank God. Next is knight b6, if allowed, followed if queen a7, rook a6, rook b6. And I'm coming to c4. Or if how do you defend c4 now? Okay, c4. Not at the moment because his knight is there. Takes. Pawn takes. Check. Yeah. Now I have something going on. Some ideas could be played. Bishop f8 could also be played here. No, I mean bishop f8. Maybe no, not. I would not like to exchange my dark bishop because that's holding down my position. Um, let's take one of those bishops. If knight d6, bishop c6. I guess bishop. Yeah, there we go. Pawn takes, pawn. I mean, obviously, bishop takes, pawn takes is not good. Yeah, I think I'm not really sure if I take check. I mean, I take with the queen. Mm, hmm. I mean, queen takes f4, rook takes, queen takes, knight takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. That's mate, yeah. Mm, queen takes, queen or rook moves. I mean, the queen has to move. Check, king comes to. Yeah, let's go for this. Let's grab some pawns. Uh, check, check. I'll try to get a draw here if I can. Or maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe I have some chances. Um, Oh my goodness. What about queen h6? Queen h6. I mean, bishop takes, rook, queen h6, takes, check. Yeah, I can get something. Hmm. Right. Because queen h6 is a threat now. Queen h6. Rook takes, queen h6. Bishop, king f8, queen h6, check. King e1. Yeah. I think my opponent completely ignored queen h6, and even I also ignored queen h6 for some weird reason. I still can't take the bishop there. Hmm. This game is dead. Anything I do, I'm just lost. Knight takes f6, rook takes. Let's go for this now. I guess it was a good game from my opponent. Completely messed up the opening from my end. Let's see what the computer has to say. Okay. Yeah. Castling looks better. Got it. I think my opening was bad, which is my entire game went downhill. Let's play one more 10-0. But this time I guess. Hey, is this the same guy? I Hope he is. Let's go for c4. Is he going to play or what? I guess I'm going to change my opening in the forthcoming games. I'm sick of playing King's Indian. Is he the same player who played the previous game? I'm not sure. I don't remember the name. I guess I have to take here. And knight takes. Let's spin the bishop, the knight on c6. Now I can't give away my bishop because d3 is a hole. Or maybe I can. If a6, I might even capture the bishop, the knight. We don't have that. Let's go for the push. And we'll take with the e pawn. Otherwise, bishop b4 check was coming. Now, if queen e2, bishop d3. We have bishop d6, castles, and black will also probably castle now. Let's bring my bishop back. Have a look at h7. Can be some sacrifices. Bishop takes h7. King takes knight g5 stuff. Bishop g4 can be played though. I think that. Or maybe h6. I would say bishop g4 would be a better. Where we have f5. Okay. I can win a pawn on the b file with queen b3, but let's just activate my pieces, put them on their optimal squares. Probably go for queen b3 or maybe bishop g5. I'm still keeping the option of playing queen b3. Let's see if we can end today's stream with the rating of close to 2090. Queen f6. Queen f6. Queen f6. Bishop g5 is a good alternative. It's a good candidate move. But queen g6. Oh, yeah. Maybe queen f7 as well. Queen b3 is also a good option, and I'll go for queen b3. Time to grab a pawn. how should I get my queen from that square? I'm thinking about queen a6. Because I can't stay on the b file, right? And f4, I'm not really sure why f4. g5, if g5, okay, that's interesting. g5 could be an interesting move from black because we already have control over the f file. His f pawn has moved, so maybe g could be played, g5 could be played. Plus f4 could be also to discourage bishop e3. Although there could be some discoveries because both the queens are on the same rank. I'm yet to develop my dark bishop. I guess I'll just develop. And if rook takes rook, then I'll capture with my rook, get the control of e file. Okay, but isn't he losing the a pawn now? I'll just grab the b file as well. When in doubt, I guess the best thing is do the basics, get your rooks to the open file. I mean, I don't have any threat right now. Yeah, g5 would be a potential threat, but then 94, 95. I guess I can capture the a pawn anytime I want, but I'll be okay. So he's going for some king side attack here. I think I can exchange a pair of rooks. This way I can capture on the a7 pawn, on the a7 square. Because it does not matter how black recaptures. The idea was to get a pair of rooks out and then capture on a7, because now rook a8 cannot be played. I'm already up by 2 pawns. I like my a pawn, it's a passer. I like my d pawn as well. Now I have knight h4. You know what, I have an idea. Let's take on h4 and play f3. And now with this pawn on f4, the attack doesn't, I mean, it might not be that imminent, but g5 would be an option. g5, g4 looks interesting. Also rook e2 is not available at the moment because I have a bishop on e3, but the point is to get the rook on the second rank could be an option for black, could be an idea for black to deflect the bishop from the e2 square and then place the rook on e2. I think I have ample of time. I should really think. Although in the last game I lost on time, but I think it was last game I lost on time. But anyhow, let's see. I really don't know how to go about this. I also have some ideas playing c4, c5, and c4, d5, exploiting the weakened diagonal with g6 now. But I'll go for this pawn push. Let's see how black reacts. Bishop c6 maybe. Bishop c6 could be an idea. And we have the eventual g4, g5. Let's try to get some pieces off the board. And it's not about getting pieces off, it's about getting my queen closer to my opponent's king, because the king side of black is exposed. I'll just exchange and now think of playing c4, c5, or maybe, yeah, c5. We have, let's hit the bishop now. The c7 pawn will also fall now with check, and that way I'll have queen side majority. I can just close the attack now. I think c7 will fall now. There's not a good way to defend the pawn. And now f4 is also attack. But I can take the pawn. I guess I'm going to have a good majority on both the sides. I can win the h7 pawn, but I guess I have a better move to restrict my opponent's king. Okay. I have queen. Let's go for this. I know I cannot really mate my opponent's king with the given situation, but let's just defend everything here. But the idea is to somehow reach to an endgame where we don't have queens on board. I do agree I have dark square weaknesses, but uh, my opponent also has a lot of weaknesses. That's a mate. Let's play e4. Let's go for center gambit, center game. It's not a gambit, it's a center game. d4. So my opponent has given me a good center. Queen b6 could be an idea. Queen c7 is also playable here, I believe. e5 will also be played here. It can be played here, e5. But we have a6. Let's just develop, get my pieces out, and then let's see what we can get. Now what about h3? I can capture on b5 with my knight, but then bishop b7 would have been played, I believe. So how do you really defend the rook? Let me see if my good. My stream is going well. I think this is going to be the last game of the stream. Finally, black gave the piece away, but I guess what about knight h? Yeah, okay, not. I mean, but I can play bishop e3. What do we do now? Hmm. think it's going to be problematic for black now. Because I'm going to win the knight. Good game. I think this is the last game for the day, and I'll be streaming tomorrow at 8:30 or 9 p.m. IST. Between 8:30 and 9, probably at 8:30. And if you like this particular stream, then do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week. Till then, take care.